Hello, and welcome to the Slumber Vault. I am so glad you have chosen to join me here tonight, to set aside the busyness of the season and to simply be still. Tonight, we are going on a quiet journey, a journey of beautiful contrasts. We will move from the deep amber warmth of a holiday home out into the crisp, diamond-clear air of a winter night, and finally back to the softest, warmest bed you can imagine. It is a story about the peace that can only be found in the silence of snow and the comfort of a heavy coat on a cold night. So take a moment now to find a comfortable position. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Unclench your jaw and let your breath find a slow, steady rhythm. The day is done. The festivities are over. There is nothing left to do but listen and drift. The story begins on Christmas evening. The hour is late, and the world outside has long since settled into darkness. Inside, the house is glowing with a low, amber light. It is that special kind of quiet that arrives only after a long, happy day of celebration. The air in the room is warm, pleasantly heavy, and thick with the scents of the season. You can smell the sharp, resinous aroma of the pine tree in the corner, its needles settling softly onto the carpet. Beneath that, there are the lingering, toasted notes of roasted chestnuts, a hint of cinnamon stick, and the faint, smoky perfume of the fireplace. The fire has burned down now. It is no longer a roaring blaze, but a bed of glowing coals, pulsing gently with a deep orange heat. Every now and then, the wood shifts and settles with a soft click or a pop, a sound that emphasizes the silence of the room. You are sitting in your favorite armchair, feeling completely at ease. Your body feels heavy, sinking into the cushions, saturated with warmth and good food. Your eyelids feel heavy too. But as you watch the embers glow, you feel a gentle shifting in your mind, a subtle desire. It is not a restlessness, but a quiet calling. You feel a pull toward the outdoors. You have been inside all day, wrapped in noise and heat and laughter, and now your spirit craves the balance of the night. You crave the stillness. You crave the cool, clean touch of the winter air. Slowly, moving with a deliberate, sleepy slowness, you rise from the chair. You walk quietly into the hallway. The floorboards are cool beneath your socks, grounding you. The hallway is dimly lit, shadows stretching long and soft against the walls. You reach the coat rack near the back door. This process, the preparing for the cold, is a ritual in itself, a comforting layer-by-layer construction of warmth. First, you reach for your scarf. It is a long, thick knit made of soft charcoal gray wool. You wrap it once, twice around your neck. The wool is soft against your skin, instantly trapping your body heat, creating a cozy barrier right up to your chin. Next, you take your coat from the hook. It is your heaviest winter coat. As you lift it, you appreciate its weight. It feels substantial in your hands. You slide your arms into the sleeves, one and then the other. You button it up, starting from the bottom, working your way up to the collar. Each button fastens with a satisfying tactile feeling. The coat settles onto your shoulders like a weighted blanket, a heavy protective shell that promises to keep the world at bay. Finally, you pull on your gloves. They are lined with fleece, soft and welcoming to your fingertips. You are ready. You are bundled. You are safe. You turn to the back door. Your hand grips the cold metal of the doorknob. You turn it and pull the door open. The change is instant. The heat of the house meets the cold of the night in a silent collision. You step out onto the porch and gently close the door behind you. The latch clicks shut, sealing the warmth inside and leaving you standing in the refreshing embrace of the winter night. You take your first deep breath. The air is incredibly cold, but it is not harsh. It is crisp. It is clarifying. It tastes of ozone, of pure ice, and the faint mineral scent of river water. You breathe it in deeply, feeling it cool the back of your throat, feeling it fill your lungs with a bright, biting clarity. It wakes up your senses in the most gentle way, washing away the lethargy of the warm house, leaving you feeling present and alive. You walk to the edge of the porch and look out. The moon is nearly full tonight. Its light is a pale, milky silver, spilling down over the landscape. The backyard slopes gently downward, leading toward the river. The ground is covered in a layer of undisturbed snow. In the moonlight, the snow does not look white, but rather a soft glowing blue. It sparkles here and there like diamond dust scattered over velvet. You begin to walk. You step off the porch and onto the path. Crunch, crunch. The sound of your boots on the packed snow is the only sound in the world. It is a muffled, satisfying rhythm. The snow is firm, dry, and cold. You walk slowly down the slope. The air is perfectly still. There is no wind to bite at your cheeks, only the standing cold, which feels clean and preserving. As you near the bottom of the slope, the path narrows. Here, you enter the sanctuary of the trees. Alongside the river, there is a row of ancient willows. In the summer, they are lush and green curtains. But tonight, in the depths of winter, They have become sculptures of ice and wood. The bare branches hang low, sweeping down toward the ground. They create a natural tunnel, a cathedral archway over the path. You walk beneath them. You look up. The branches are coated in a thin layer of frost. Where the moonlight touches them, they glitter. Thousands of tiny points of light shifting and sparkling as you walk beneath them. It feels as though you are walking through a hallway of crystal. The silence here is profound. The snow absorbs all noise. The trees stand like silent sentinels guarding the peace of the riverbank. You feel entirely alone, but not lonely. You feel a sense of private ownership of this moment. The world is asleep. The neighbors are in their homes. The cars are parked. It is just you, the moonlight, the glittering branches, and the snow. You continue along the path, your heavy coat keeping you perfectly warm, your face feeling the pleasant tingle of the cold air. You are moving toward the sound of water. Ahead of you, through the lace of the icy branches, you can see the dark, moving shape of the river. It is calling to you with its steady, rushing voice. And you walk on, calm, rhythmic, and peaceful, ready to meet the water. You step out from beneath the canopy of the willow trees. The path opens up before you. The river is right here. You stop for a moment just to establish your rhythm. You adjust your scarf, pulling it a little tighter around your chin. You feel the weight of your coat settling around you, and you begin to walk along the riverbank. The pace is slow. There is nowhere you need to be. There is no destination you need to reach. The purpose of this walk is simply the walking itself. Step, crunch, step, crunch. Your boots sink slightly into the snow-packed earth. It is a dull, muted sound, a sound that seems to deepen the silence around it. Step, crunch. To your left, the river flows. Unlike the small ponds and lakes nearby, which have long since frozen into sheets of solid white ice, the river is alive. It is too strong, too determined to freeze completely. You look at the water. In the moonlight, it is dark, like moving black silk or liquid obsidian. It looks heavy and smooth. It slides past you with a powerful, effortless grace. It swirls around the trunks of fallen trees. It glides over the tops of submerged stones. And it speaks. You stop walking for a moment just to listen to the water's voice. It is a soothing, continuous sound, a rushing whisper. Shh. It is the sound of water moving over ice and rock. It is a natural white noise, complex and chaotic, yet perfectly constant. It fills your ears. It washes over your thoughts. It drowns out any lingering chatter in your mind, leaving only this steady, rushing flow. As you watch the dark water moving, you notice something magical happening on the surface. Because the water is slightly warmer than the freezing air above it, The river is breathing. Delicate wisps of mist arising from the black surface. This is steam fog. It looks like ghostly white smoke, curling and twisting and dancing just inches above the water. The mist does not rise high. It stays low, clinging to the river, drifting downstream with the current. It softens the edges of everything. It makes the river look as though it is dreaming. You watch the mist dance for a long time. Its slow, swirling motion is hypnotic. Your eyes trace the patterns, twisting left, twisting right, fading away, and reappearing. You take a deep breath of the cold, misty air, and you begin to walk again. Step, crunch, step, crunch. Your gaze lifts now, looking across the river to the opposite bank. The river is not too wide here. You can see the dark shapes of the land on the other side. Over there, the ground rises steeply, and sitting atop the ridge overlooking the river are large old colonial houses. They are stately and grand. Their windows are glowing with warm yellow light, and they are decorated for Christmas. You can see the outlines of wreaths hung on the doors. You can see garlands wrapped around the porch columns, and you can see strings of lights. But you do not look directly at the houses. Instead, you look at their reflection in the river. This is where the magic lies. On the moving black canvas of the water, the lights are transformed. The reflection of a golden window is not a square. The current grabs the light and stretches it out. It pulls it down, deep into the darkness, turning it into a long, shimmering pillar of gold. The strings of red and green holiday lights are not tiny dots. They're smeared by the motion of the water. They become long, flowing ribbons of color. Ruby red, emerald green, molten gold. They lie across the surface of the black water like oil paint on a canvas, and they are always moving. As the river flows, the reflections sway back and forth, gently, rhythmically. You watch a ribbon of red light swaying to the left, swaying to the right, swaying to the left, swaying to the right. It is a painting in motion. It is mesmerizing. The colors blur and separate and merge again. Your eyes soften as you watch this display. The focus of your vision relaxes. The swaying lights seem to match the slow, heavy beating of your own heart. Swaying and flowing, drifting and glowing. You could stand here for hours just watching the lights dance on the water. But the cold is a gentle reminder to keep moving, to keep the blood flowing. So you turn your eyes back to the snowy path. Step, crunch, step, crunch. You walk further along the towpath to a quieter bend in the river. Here, the water moves a little slower. The current is less urgent. Up ahead, on a small bank of snow that slopes down to the water, you see a dark shape. You move quietly. You slow your steps, trying not to make a sound. As you get closer, you see what it is. It is a group of mallard ducks, a dozen or so. They have come out of the cold water to rest for the night. They are huddled together in a tight group on the snow. Their bodies are pressed close to one another, sharing their warmth. They are completely still. You stop and watch them. They look so peaceful. Their heads are turned back, beaks tucked deeply under their wings, buried in their own soft, downy feathers. They are sound asleep, trusting the night, trusting the river. Seeing them so round and soft and settled triggers a feeling of heaviness in your own body. You feel a sympathetic wave of tiredness wash over you. You imagine how warm it must be, tucked under a wing, huddled against friends, with the cold air above and the warm feathers below. You leave them be. You're careful not to wake them. You step softly, moving past their resting spot. Above you, the sky is a vast, open dome of indigo. The stars are bright and sharp in the winter sky. Orion, the Big Dipper, glittering like ice crystals in the atmosphere. Suddenly, a shadow crosses the stars. You look up. Silently, without a single beat of wings, a snowy owl glides overhead. It is ghostly white against the dark sky. Its wings are wide and soft at the edges, designed for absolute silence. It passes over you like a thought. It makes no sound. It disturbs nothing. It is just a white shape floating on the air, drifting down the river corridor. You watch it until it disappears into the shadows of the woods. The presence of the owl, the sleeping ducks, the swaying lights, the rushing water, everything is in its place. Everything is following the slow, natural rhythm of the winter night, and you are part of it. You are just another quiet creature moving slowly through the snow, breathing in the cold and letting the peace of the river settle deep into your bones. Step, crunch, step, crunch. You continue on, deeper into the tranquility, moving toward the old stone bridge that waits in the distance. The path begins to rise gently now. You have reached the furthest point of your journey. Ahead of you looms the shape of the old stone bridge. It arches gracefully over the narrowest part of the river. It is a sturdy, timeless structure, built from heavy blocks of rough-hewn granite. Snow caps the stone railings, rounding their edges with soft white pillows. You walk up the short incline, your boots finding a firm grip on the cobblestones of the bridge. You walk to the very center of the arch, and you stop. You place your gloved hands on the stone railing. You can feel the cold of the granite seeping through the leather and fleece of your gloves, a solid, grounding sensation. You lean forward slightly, looking downstream. From this vantage point, the view is endless. You see the river winding away from you, a dark serpentine ribbon cutting through the snowy landscape. It curves into the distance, disappearing into the black and white shadows of the winter woods. The water flows beneath your feet. Under the arch of the bridge, the sound of the river is amplified. The rushing sound echoes against the stone, becoming deeper, more resonant. It surrounds you. Here, suspended above the moving water, you feel a sense of absolute release. You take a deep breath in, filling your lungs with the icy, pristine air. You hold it for a moment, gathering up any tension, any lingering thoughts, any worries that might be hiding in the corners of your mind. And then you exhale. You open your mouth and let the breath go in a long, slow sigh. In the freezing air, your breath becomes visible. It forms a large, soft cloud of white vapor. You watch the cloud. It hangs in the air for a second, suspended in the moonlight. And then it drifts down toward the water. It spreads out, thins, and fades away into the night. You imagined that cloud contained your thoughts. You imagined them drifting down to the river surface, touching the black water, and being swept away by the current, carried downstream, around the bend, into the woods, gone. You do this one more time. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. You watch the white vapor vanish. Your mind feels completely clear, empty, quiet, as still and silent as the snow on the railing. You stand there for another moment, simply existing. A gentle chill begins to settle on your shoulders. It is not unpleasant. It is a reminder that you have a warm home waiting for you. You push yourself up from the railing. You turn around, and you begin the walk back. The return journey feels different. On the way out, you were exploring. Now, you are homing. You walk with a sense of quiet purpose. The cold air nips at your nose and cheeks, but it only makes the anticipation of warmth sweeter. In the distance, through the bare trunks of the trees, you can see a light. It is the porch light of your home, a steady golden beacon. It promises safety. It promises softness. You walk toward it. Step, crunch, step, crunch. The walk seems shorter now. You pass the sleeping ducks. You pass the Willow Cathedral. You climb the gentle slope of the backyard. You reach the back porch. You step onto the wood, stomping your boots lightly to shake off the snow. You reach for the doorknob. You turn it and open the door. You step inside. The warmth hits you like a physical wave. It wraps around you like a heavy, heated blanket. It is an embrace. You close the door behind you, shutting out the wind, shutting out the cold, shutting out the vast, empty night. The latch clicks. You are safe inside. The house is exactly as you left it, still glowing with that low amber light, still smelling of pine needles and cinnamon. But now, after the ozone of the river, the air feels incredibly rich and sweet. You stand on the rug for a moment, just feeling the transition. Your cheeks are flushed red from the cold. Your skin begins to tingle pleasantly as the blood rushes back to the surface. It is time to shed the layers. Slowly, methodically, you begin to undress. You reach up and take hold of the end of your scarf. You unwind it. Once. Twice. You pull it away from your neck. The skin of your throat feels suddenly bare and sensitive to the warm air. You drape the scarf over the hook. Next, the gloves. You pull them off, one finger at a time. Your hands are cool, but they are warming up quickly. You rub them together, enjoying the friction. Then the heavy wool coat. You unbutton it, starting from the top, working your way down. The buttons slip through the holes. You shrug the coat off your shoulders. The weight lifts. You feel lighter. Instantly, the warmth of the room seems to press closer to your body. You hang the coat up. Finally, you sit on the bench to remove your boots. You loosen the laces. You slide your feet out. You wiggle your toes in your thick wool socks. You stand up on the wooden floor. Your entire body is humming with a sensation of thaw. It is a deep, prickling, comfortable heat that starts in your core and radiates out to your fingertips and toes. It makes your muscles feel loose. It makes your eyelids feel heavy. You are so tired now. A good, clean, physical tiredness. You walk slowly through the quiet house. You turn off the lamp in the hallway. Click. Darkness follows you. You go into the kitchen. You pour a small glass of water. You take a sip. It is cool and refreshing. You turn off the kitchen light. Click. You walk to your bedroom. The room is dim, lit only by a small nightlight or perhaps the moonlight filtering through the curtains. The bed is waiting. It looks like a cloud of white linens and thick, fluffy duvets. You change into your softest sleepwear, cotton or flannel, loose and comfortable against your skin. You pull back the heavy covers. You slide into bed. The sheets are cool at first touch, crisp and smooth against your legs, but the duvet is heavy and insulating. You pull the covers up to your waist, up to your chest, right up to your chin. You tuck the edges in around your shoulders, creating a cocoon. You settle your head onto the pillow. It sinks in, cradling your neck perfectly. You lie still. Within moments, your body heat begins to warm the sheets. The cool crispness turns into a cozy, toasted warmth. You are at the perfect temperature. You are no longer out in the snow. You are no longer standing on the bridge, but the feeling of that peace remains with you. You are warm, you are safe, you are deeply, deeply comfortable. Your eyes are closed now. The darkness behind your eyelids is soft and velvety. You feel the weight of the duvet pressing down on you. It is a gentle pressure, grounding you, holding you safely in this warm, quiet space. Your breathing has slowed down. It is deep and rhythmic. In and out. In and out. And as you lie here, in the perfect stillness of your room, you find that the river is still with you. You can hear it, echoing softly in the back of your mind. Shh. That steady, rushing sound, it has become your lullaby, a natural white noise that wraps around your thoughts and soothes them. Imagine that sound washing over you like a gentle wave of relaxation. It starts at the top of your head, soothing your brow, smoothing out any tension. It flows down your neck, relaxing your shoulders, letting them sink deeper into the mattress. It flows down your arms, past your elbows to your fingertips. It flows down your chest, your stomach, softening every muscle. It flows down your legs, all the way to your toes. Your whole body feels like water now, fluid, heavy, at peace. Remember the steam fog, that beautiful ghostly mist dancing on the surface of the water? Imagine that mist is now filling your mind. It is a soft, white cloud. It is rolling in, gently covering everything. It blurs the edges of your thoughts. It softens the sharp lines of the day. Everything is becoming misty and vague and distant. There is nothing to focus on. There is nothing to remember. There is only the mist. You are no longer walking on the snowy path. You are no longer standing on the bridge. You are floating. Imagine you are lying on a small, safe raft, drifting on that dark, silky river. The water is warm now. It supports you completely. You are weightless. You are drifting slowly downstream, carried by the gentle, irresistible current of sleep. Drifting past the sleeping trees, drifting past the silent snow, drifting deeper and deeper into the dark, quiet woods. You feel so safe here. The current is taking you exactly where you need to go, toward deep, restorative rest. Let go of the raft. Let go of the shore. Just float. Drifting, floating, sleeping. The river is carrying you away, away into the velvet night. Deep sleep, deep peace. Good night.